to be a well-grounded amount of knowledge and experience, and a lot of times people have the scriptures in front of them, but they don't have the experience. And so we're here for them, for that.
Because they have too much pressure from society to telling them to leave their spouse because they're having an affair. And this is for husbands and wives, not just for wives. It works both ways.
Yeah. And so we don't know the circumstances, so we really can't say just to someone that writes in, yes, you should leave your husband, because we don't know what their understanding is of what that means. You know, and I said in an earlier video that I had met people that had been left by their spouses, and I mentioned they were women, but I also met men. I didn't mean to leave men out. I also met...
Well, it's God's will that if the spouse is repentant of the adultery and they're willing to work on the marriage, that we have the duty to forgive our spouse and work on our marriage and get it back together and restore it to God. And that's one of the problems, I think, with the people don't know if they should leave, or is it okay for me to leave, because their marriage wasn't with God in the first place, really. It really needs to have God as the total foundation and focus for their marriage.
Well, and another scenario, too, is that when a counselor tells someone yes, or a pastor says, yes, you should leave, and it was not their conviction to do so with the knowledge and experience that we're discussing today, then people do things like leave expecting that to change their spouse's behavior, which is the case a lot of times in alcoholic situations. Not always, but a lot of times people are told to leave so that they will bottom out and get sober. But I've seen in many situations, and I know from experience, having studied and lived through it, and come out the other side all in one piece by the grace of God, that you know, you can sit there and leave like the counselor and pastor tells you, and they'll just run off with another woman and never get sober. You know, you cannot control situations by leaving. And that's why I'm calling it a conviction, because the Lord has to convict your heart through knowledge, wisdom, and experience on what the right thing to do in your situation is. And you need to be able to bear it. You know, because if that happened where you left and they didn't, you know, and they just went off and married someone else, you need to be able to bear that, the fact that you are not eligible to remarry. So, you know, so it's a tough call, but I think, you know, it's not a decision that someone else should make for you. Was that clear?
I think so.
Are we clear on that?
I think so. It depends. You mean it's not a decision that anybody can really make for them. They have to. It depends on their own circumstances.
It depends on
and what's
what
going
they
on.
know and what they understand.
Okay, yeah.
And they need to have a certain amount of knowledge. In other words, they need to make a decision, fully knowledgeable decision. Okay, so I hope that that helps. I don't know if people want more information or more encouragement on this particular subject. A lot of people write in, and so if you know, let us know what more we can do on this. I think this was very informative, so I hope that was very helpful for you. Thanks for coming. Have a blessed day in the Lord. Have a good day.